up so you can hear me.
And I keep going.
If you real, then you gon' feel me. What you waiting on? Walk in and fall in your lap. Get your ass bust in the morning. Didn't feel you so many. Didn't feel you.
Well, my people, I'm finna go in there and break it down to the true story of what really going on, why I fight so hard for this. The vision is Baya. Baya stands for believing you'll achieve. God blessed me with this a long time ago. I'm talking about even when I was married to my first wife and just started off with 4 kids way back in the days and everything like that. And I don't know where it came from. I mean, I know where it came from. It had to be a gift from God to get me about Baya. Because I'm the type of person like this, I believe you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. Whatever you believe in, that's on you. But then all of a sudden, I didn't know my test was about to really come. My test came when my baby hit 14 years old. It's not really talking about Baya, where they all come back down to Baya. It's really talking about the obstacles God take you through to take you to the place that you need to be at. I might not be one-on-one where I want to be, but I'm definitely not where I used to be. And I'm gonna keep on fighting. That's what Baya means. Don't never give up. Always keep on going and push to the mark that you're trying to go to. Because I promise there's always light on the end of the tunnel once you keep on believing. Negativity, you don't have time for that. Lit things on this earth what God showed me, man, when I see people fighting over and talking about this Saints game. I am, trust and believe, I am a Saints fan. But when I learned when my daughter passing, none of this thing really matter. It really matters with love like we have back here. And all these things are really illusions. So let me go back to the story and take you back to day one, how this thing really went down. Now see, my testimony, this is by your testimonies. Everybody have a story to tell about what they've been through in life. And I promise you, I really went through a lot. But at the end of the day, you still keep these smiles on my face, and I drive, and I drive people. We have fun because all these things don't really matter. But listen, once again, let me go back. When my baby hit 14 years old, her name was Originae, Elisha Brown. Typical teenager, kept a smile on her face, joked, laughed. Yes, I whooped her butt quite a few times because she had a little attitude back in the days too and everything too, just like a typical teenager. But this particular day, I remember clearly vivid, that she had her knee kept swelling up. And we didn't know what it was. We thought it was light. We took her to the doctor. They said it was tendonitis. And all of a sudden, my mama told me, she said, Puff, her spirit, I got a strong spirit-filled mother. She said, Puff, I think you need to go check and see what's going on with Originae's knee. I said, Ma, we went a year ago, and they said it was nothing. She said, no, baby, this ain't right. Ain't no way this knee. And I didn't even know my baby was crying. She was so gangster. She didn't even tell me. She used to be crying in the middle of the night by the knee and never told me nothing. So I didn't know. So all of a sudden, I took her. And man, our lives changed. She went to the hospital, and they said, when they called us back, and they said, something ain't right, Mr. Brown. This could be cancer. Now, the last thing in my mind was saying, man, just because a knee swelling up, then you mean to tell me that's cancer? They said, well, look, we're going to check on it, but we need to pull a culture and check and see, because if it is, you're going to have to go to St. Jude. So, man, I remember that day so vivid, man. I'm like, man, what the hell? So my mama and daddy riding the car, and I'm riding the car with them, and next thing you know, I'm in the back seat, and I'm like, I ain't saying nothing, like lip trembling. I'm like, man, what the hell, man? I'm like, what? So I go in my house, and at the time, me and her mother was separated at the time. We went through so much drama ourselves and flunked a lot of tests, I'll be honest with you. But when I got home, I still remember, man, I don't think I saw was a cabinet. And I went to punching on it. I'm boom, I'm boom, I'm boom, I'm boom. I'm like, Lord, I'm crying. Like, no, my faith got weak. And after that, I just, we waited. And when we came back, they said, we finna ship y'all to St. Jude in 2 days. So we got in our flight. Make a long story short, went to St. Jude. We met the people. They opened us up arms. I can honestly say that St. Jude, y'all, we really see where the money going when you go to St. Jude. And when I say they paid for the entire thing, we didn't have to worry about anything. There was nothing but a blessing. In the meanwhile of that going on, to tell you about it, we right when me and my ex had got right back together. We was actually separated, and we got divorced and got right back together. I don't know why, but God knew why. And about a month later, 2 months later, this when this situation had happened. I know the story seems like, man, because I'm still going through some things right now, but I know basically, yeah, we had got back together. All right. I'm trying to remember why she wasn't there when I was punching on the wall, but we was together at that time. All right. So when we went to St. Jude, I'm talking about my family, Chandel's family and my family, we all sitting in the waiting area, right? And then all of a sudden, my baby, we sitting inside the Memphis Grizzly house. And when they went in, she had to have a surgery. And then my baby never cried. I mean, it was so amazing for a 14-year-old to hear something like that we know that it's a life and death situation. But we really didn't know because we're not knowledgeable of this thing. So went there, they did the culture, and my baby started, I remember we held and we cried and we cried and we cried. And I'm holding my baby, I'm gripping her tight. But she never cried about the cancer. My baby said, Daddy, it hurt. They actually cut a piece of her bone off just to find out what was wrong with it. So we sitting in the waiting area. We waiting for the results. Man, when I say that was one of the most horrifying things you can ever imagine that your daughter have to go through when they came and gave us that news and said that my baby had cancer. And we was wondering, was it benign? So that's what we was praying. I'm talking about we praying, we interceding. Hold on 1 second. All right, I'm back. You remember I am a father. I got the kids in there vacuuming and everything like that, you know. But I got to do what I got to do. But what I was saying was, I said that was horrifying. I'm talking about, man, Miss Brown, Chandel's mama, my mama, that, man, I'm talking about the choir. It was quiet just like when the Saints lost that game. You feel what I'm saying? And, boy, we started crying. And then next thing you know, I told my baby, I said, baby, Porter ain't going to stop. I said, see that laugh and that laughter you have in your heart, baby, we had to face a decision when she gonna get treated down here at St. Jude. Now we was always taught that St. Jude was the place that you need to be at. So I said, I want the best for my baby. Whatever we gotta do, we gonna make it happen. So Chandel and Originae, they went on and stayed up there. And I had my kids down here, and I was working. I'm saying, man, y'all don't know the story what I've been through. But I'm talking about I was watching the kids. I had a good support group. But a lot of things as a man, I feel like I just need to do if I can. And I was doing the best I can to do it. So I have Nisi train Omega. Matter of fact, Muff had Nisi, but I said, no, give me my daughter if I can take care of my oldest daughter. I'm trying to teach her to be a big sister because Nay is up there fighting for her life. So now Nisi, I'm talking to her, Nisi, I need you to step up to the plate now to be the big sister. Went over there and got her from my sister's house and said, so we doing it. I'm cutting hair, I'm coming back, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning. Nisi trying to hold it down and checking homework, and then every time for the weekend come there, send them to my mama's house or Miss Brown's house, and now ride up there. When I say 4.5 hours, 6 hours felt like 4.5 hours because I went to riding, and I'm going every weekend and go down and go see my baby because I made a promise to my baby. And the party wasn't gonna stop. She's still gonna have her daddy there, and I was there. So after that, I left. I was doing it on a regular basis. I'm talking about my baby had countless surgeries. Y'all just don't really know what that girl went through. When I say she had a half leg, see, it was cut from here to here. That was a metal rod. They had to cut her whole bone out. Then after they had to cut her whole bone out, I remember a time she only cried because she said, I said, baby, what's wrong? You crying from the cancer? She said, no, Dad, I'm constipated. I'm just giving you one of the stories, man. I was so heated that my baby could use the bathroom for so much pain medicine. I left there. I told the nurse, let me tell y'all something. I said, give me a corkscrew. I'm finna pull this shit out my baby. And they were like, boy, Mr. Brown, you so crazy. I'm like, man, look, whatever it takes, man. I can't see my baby crying like this. I can recall a time where I used to play games with her and say I'm here. And she was like, Daddy, you coming down here this weekend? I'd be like, no, baby, Daddy got some stuff going. But all of a sudden, I've been and walked in and she don't even know I'm on the highway. I'm playing it off, Well, Daddy finna go to bed now, baby. She not even know I done passed up Jackson, Mississippi. I went all the way through. Next thing I'm down there. I'm walking through the door, and out of the blue, she didn't even know my baby was there. And she, Daddy! And I'm like, yeah, baby, Daddy in there. You know what I'm saying? And my job was to keep a smile on her face no matter what. I don't give a care if I had to say the stupidest thing.